So we're doing a bath and a trach tube change and a G-tube check on an 8-month-old little girl. Some of this will be kind of graphic, so if you don't want to watch it now would be a good time to turn it off, or I'll warn you again right before I change the trach. I always start with the head to washer. I get a different washcloth for every part of the body just so I'm not carrying germs from one part to another, and I don't want to reintroduce germs into the water. Go to her hands and arms, both sides. Over and get her back cleaned. Or she'll sit up because she doesn't want to lay on her side. I'm going to dry each part off because I don't want her to be cold while I'm finishing the rest of her. I've got some Q-tips ready with a little bit of saline bullet solution, and I'm just going to lift her chin and get underneath, kind of rolling the Q-tip away. You don't want to touch the stoma more than once with the Q-tip, but I can clean kind of around it where I see spots. I just want to make sure you get the top and bottom really good. Sorry, and the stoma's the hole that the trach is sitting in. And then I'm going to clean around her G-tube site and her belly. It looks like we have a little bit of granulation tissue. So I'm also going to place some silver nitrate on that area. I'm going to section it. Some Neosporin around her area that has granulation tissue, just so the silver nitrate doesn't get on her skin anywhere besides where I want it. I'm going to remove the Neosporin right in the area where I need the silver nitrate. Silver nitrate comes, it's brown on the Q-tip, and you don't want to touch any part of her skin with the brown part of the Q-tip, just the granulation tissue. And then when the brown is worn off, you know that it's gone onto the area that was affected. And then she has a scar on her abdomen from a surgery, and so I just place a little bit of Moderna on there and rub it in so the scar tissue doesn't build up underneath. You can barely see the scar anymore. I'm so proud I've been doing it. And then I move on to the feet. Here's the part where I'm going to change her trach to, I'm just going to kind of roll the towel under her neck so her neck, if she will relax in a moment, will be distended. She's got some secretions coming out from underneath her trach and her stoma. I'm just going to wipe those away really quick. Okay, now at this point in time, when you are going to change the trach, a lot of people peel off the tabs. They're just Velcro. But I find with her, it kind of works her up before I've even gotten to the important part. So I like to cut the ties off. So I just make sure that her head is away from where I'm cutting, and I'm holding with one hand onto the trach so it doesn't just plop out on me, because if she sneezes it probably would. And then on this side I'm just going to pull the skin away and watch where I'm cutting. And then I'll pull this trach tie out. And then I get the new trach ready. It has what's called an obturator in it. What that does, it's harder than the trach tube itself, so it helps to guide the trach into her stoma. Like this. And then just whenever I'm ready, I pull the other trach out, and she can still breathe through the hole. It's not as easy for her. And then the trach changes down. And of course, putting a foreign object into your body is going to cause you to have some excess fluid. So I go ahead and suction her again. As much coming out around me. I have a trach tie that I've already cut and prepared to the size that I need for her neck. So I just put it in the flanges one at a time. Velcro it to where the blue part is going all the way to the Velcro so it doesn't cut into her neck. And then I just kind of feed that through to the other side. And then this piece is shorter. And I go ahead and put it on the flanges on this side as well. Now before I secure it all the way, I like to wipe her neck down of just having a trach on there, the tie on there all day long, and I get some flint and stuff stuck underneath. You want to pull your G-tube out, don't you? So I've now got those both on her trach itself. I pick her up and have her sit up. And then they'll throw the ties to the back. It's okay. Alright, now we have a G-tube cover that I will put around her stoma. And this is so like when we're feeding her, or just if she has excess fluid in her stomach, it doesn't come out and go all over her. It keeps us from having to change her clothes 8 times a day. But it has also been a week since I checked the amount of water that's in her balloon. So what I do is I have a syringe. I feed it into the balloon part. Now the balloon is what holds the G-tube into her stomach. It kind of compresses to the walls of her stomach so it doesn't slip out. And then I just pull on it a little bit. Well, the syringe isn't wanting to work with me as much. But there should be 4 cc's of water in there. And there is. There's a little bit of an air bubble, but that's not too bad. It's not gonna, little air bubble's not gonna make the G-tube fall out. So now that I've checked the water and there's enough in there for me, I go ahead and push it back in and then take the syringe off. So that is basically all that we do, besides putting a little bit of lotion on her so her skin stays soft. I hope this video was informational. Say bye.